Film starts with 15-year-old Ava waking up within the dim of the night to the sound of gatecrashers breaking into her domestic, expects to murder her father, who was an imposing warrior and an infamous criminal. As the gatecrashers draw closer, Ava reflects on the combat abilities her father conferred to her and surges toward the aggressors holding a knife to stand up to them. Within the lobby, the goons murder her father right before her. Knowing that this day might come, her father had prepared Ava from childhood to confront the world's unforgiving substances. She bravely picks up the weapon, channeling her father's lessons, and murders both the goons one by one, changing her fear into furious assurance. A long time afterward, Ava has fair risen from rehab and is on the brink of a modern chapter in her life. She is approximately to wed Derek. Before long after, the couple ties the hitch in an excellent church ceremony, encompassed by family and companions. To celebrate their union, they travel to Spain for their special first night, remaining at Derek's childhood excursion domestic. They completely grasp their time together, sharing in exciting exercises like thunder truck rides, fly skiing, and seaplane outings, whereas two getting a charge out of sentimental and adorable minutes together. One evening, they feasted at a charming oceanside eatery, charmed in a sentimental discussion, whereas taking within the breathtaking CC and the quiet climate, Derek pardons himself to go to the restroom, inquiring Ava to remain put. Ava sits alone, retained within the sea's quiet excellence until a stranger named Manny approaches. With a charming grin, he compliments her and communicates intrigued in getting to know her. Ava unpretentiously uncovers that she is on her special first night with her spouse. As Ava and Manny trade merriments, Derek steps in and presents himself. With excitement, Manny offers to show them the island's secret treasures and assures them of an amazing ziplining experience the following day. He demands, however, that they go to a well-known club known for its romantic atmosphere first. Derek is hesitant, but happy Ava prods him to follow through on the plan with a cheery nuzzle. Derek eventually gives in and shows up at the club. Beyond what Manny said, the environment is electrifying, with throbbing lighting and contagious excitement. Ava and Derek dance together as they become engrossed in the music. At that moment, Big Biz, a neighborhood goon, turns his evil sights on Ava. He sends a girl to dance with Derek in an attempt to divert his attention from Ava. Taking advantage of the moment, Biz goes up to Ava, making unwanted physical contact with her and trying to dance with her. Derek notices this and intervenes, repeatedly asking Biz to back off. They get into a heated dispute as soon as the tensions between them rise. As Manny steps in and attempts to defuse the situation, Biz strikes Derek in the face with great force. When Ava can take the abuse no longer, she shows who she really is. She firmly defeats Biz, his allies, and his minions one by one, displaying her superb combat abilities with each deft stroke. Silvio, the club owner, is keeping an eye on everything via cameras, so Manny rushes Derek and Ava to the car and leaves. When Silvio gets to the club, he tells Biz to stop being so disruptive. While traveling, Manny gushes about Ava's fighting prowess, saying he's never seen anything like it. He also cautions them that Biz is risky and that they may experience reprisals. Derek gives Ava comfort. Derek's door is rudely knocked on the following morning. Upon checking, he then takes them on an exciting journey to a neighboring zip line. Ava goes first as Manny gives them a tryout. She easily gets past it despite being a little afraid at first. Derek then excitedly crosses the zip line while documenting the entire event. Manny brings them to the 1-mile longest zip line on the island to add to their adventure. Derek is eager to try it, but Ava chooses not to. Again, Manny leads the way and goes first. Derek then takes off while continuing to record the video. Everything is going great until there are rips and weak spots in Derek's harness. Derek has to hang on by his hands when the harness totally gives way before he realizes it. Watching in horror as the incident plays out are Jojo and Ava. In an attempt to help Derek, Manny rushes over and grabs hold of him with his legs as he advances. Derek's grasp gives way and he falls despite Manny's best attempts. Fearing for his life, Manny rushes towards Ava, who is trying to find Derek. Jojo makes an urgent call for an ambulance in the meanwhile. Ava calls out to Derek as she looks for him in the deep woodland. She finally locates him after a frantic search. He is severely hurt and in critical condition. The next scene shows a scared Manny disappearing while Ava and Jojo are putting Derek into the ambulance. When Ava tries to get into the ambulance with Derek, the driver turns her away, stating that the insurance will only cover the patient's transportation. They give Ava a hospital card and leave. Despite her cries for help, Ava, driven, rides after them on her bike but stumbles when attempting to dodge a car. She is helped and taken to the hospital by a thoughtful bystander. When Nurse Lita at the reception tells Ava that no patient by the name of Derek has been admitted, she is taken aback. When Ava shows her hospital card, Lita verifies that Derek isn't there and that the hospital doesn't have any insurance contracts with vendors. Ava feels completely disoriented and her mind is racing. Ava searches nonstop, but she is unable to locate Derek. Derek's father and sister Sandy show up the following day, and they head to the police station to lodge a formal complaint. Ava gives the inspector an explanation of the circumstances. Before long after, they along these lines visit the zipline with the examiner, where the proprietor states that he does not know Manny and affirms that he does not work there. J.O. swears to the inspector that he does not know Manny and that neither Ava nor Derek was ever present. He also denies ever knowing her. At domestic, Derek's father once more raises the club occurrence. Amid their contention, Ava suggests that the police could be colluding with business, which is why no activity is being taken. Robert and Sandy leave Ava on the island the following day in order to return to America and look for Derek. Ava shows up to the zipline after they depart and takes her turn rather than the other person's. When Jojo sees her, he gets worried and starts to phone the owner, but Ava leaves with him before he can do so. In an attempt to get him to speak the truth, Ava threatens to drop him in the middle of the zipline. Jojo, who is terrified, admits that Manny is the reason for everything, that he phoned the ambulance, that Manny made him lie, and that he has no idea where Manny is right now. Ava takes a note of his confession and presents it to the inspector right away, pleading with him to track down Manny so that Derek can be found. The inspector instructs his colleagues to arrest Ava rather than take any further action. Ava tries to punch her way out of there. She then gets dressed up in a restaurant. That evening, she returns to the same club that Manny had brought her to. Manny soon makes his way to the restroom. After following him into the restroom and locking the door behind them, Ava attacks, taking him down and capturing him. Derek's face squeezed against the toilet seat as she demands information about him over and over, but he always says he doesn't know. Within the following scene, she visits the same hospital where Derek received treatment the following morning. Lisa is the receptionist that Ava finds, attacks, and renders comatose. She then makes her way into the hospital by using Lisa's car as leverage. She confronts the physician inside the hospital. The doctor, unable to bear much more, tells her that he can help her win her husband back after subjecting him to severe torture in an attempt to learn the truth. But he cautions her that in order to ensure her husband's return, she needs to do what he says. The security camera footage, which the doctor provides her as proof, shows goons entering the hospital with Derek. After some time, Derek and his goons emerge from the elevator along with Silvio, the club owner. Silvio was actually the one behind everything, not Biz. In accordance with the doctor's plan, Ava poses as a nurse. When Silvio sees her, he approaches her in an attempt to flirt and gives her an improper pat. The doctors begin removing bone marrow cells from Derek in the operating room so that Silvio can receive them. With skill, Ava gives Silvio an injection of sedatives, knocking him out. When he finds this a few moments later, he gets angry and approaches the doctor, but Ava intervenes with a gun in her hand before he can do anything. She knocks out Silvio's goons one by one after forcing the doctor and his henchmen to give up their guns. Ava runs into one of Silvio's men in the hallway while trying to flee. There's a heated gunfight, but Ava takes him out quickly, and soon after that, Manny invites Derek and Ava to his house. Meanwhile, Silvio and his men enter Manny's area after receiving information from some of his spies about the whereabouts of Ava and Derek. When they first get to Manny's residence, they threaten to tell him where Derek and Ava are. They threaten Manny repeatedly, but he won't give up any information. Then, Silvio threatens Manny's younger brother in an attempt to get him to tell the truth. Silvio, however, departs the situation after confronting the mother's threats and cautioning Manny to comply. All of the surrounding homes are searched by Silvio and his men, who also interview the occupants, but nobody provides any information. Ava finds a man during the search and quickly murders him. Here, Derek heroically defeats another man in spite of his critical condition. Silvio pulls a revolver, sees that Ava has slain numerous of his men, and challenges her to face him head-on. Ava attacks Silvio, which starts a pitched conflict between the two. At first, Silvio has the upper hand, but Ava quickly reverses course, overwhelming him and putting a knife to his neck. The police find Derek and escort him out. Everybody shows, counting Derek, mediates to halt Ava from murdering Silvio and inclinations her to drop the cut. Fair at that point, Business arrives on the scene. He carefully and persistently calms Ava and takes the cut from her. He at that point announces that seizing or annoying sightseers on the island is reprehensible. He at that point blindfolds all the children and executes Silvio by slitting his throat with the cut. In exchange for Ava and Derek's release, he gives the police twice as much money as what was taken from Silvio and gives them the order to head back to America. Manny leads them to the coast in the last scene, where they get ready to continue their voyage by boat. Ava gives them all a sincere thank you as he gives them each a hug. The film ends with their terrifying trip being resolved as they leave in the boat. The movie ends here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. Thank you.